What if I told you that in just 7 days, you could start thinking like a millionaire? Not by winning the lottery. Not by working 20-hour days. But by rewiring how you think about money. This one shift changed everything for me. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 simple habits. One for each day of the week. These are the same mindset habits I used to go from stuck and overwhelmed to focused, confident, and finally seeing real progress with money. Let's start with day 1. Day 1, Monday. The no excuses shift. We kick off the week strong, and I'm going to challenge you right out of the gate. Your only goal today is to stop blaming your past for your current results. Not your parents. Not your education. Not the economy. Here's what I used to tell myself all the time. I didn't grow up with money. No one ever taught me about finances. I'm just not a numbers person. But none of those thoughts helped me grow. They just kept me stuck. One day I realized, if I keep telling the same story, I'll keep getting the same results. So I changed the story. Instead of saying, I was never taught about money, I started saying, I'm learning about money now. That one sentence gave me back my power. This habit is all about responsibility. Taking ownership doesn't mean blaming yourself. It means choosing to take control, starting today. I remember sitting at the kitchen table with bills in front of me, wondering how I got here. I wasn't broke, but I wasn't free either. And it hit me, no one was coming to rescue me. If I wanted a different life, I had to build it. That was the shift. I may not have started rich, but I decided I'm finishing strong. No more waiting for the perfect moment. No more feeling behind. Just one decision to move forward. And that changed everything. Day 2. Tuesday. Talk to yourself differently. Let's talk about that voice in your head. You know the one. The one that says things like, you're not smart enough. You always mess this up. Why even try? Most people have that voice. But wealthy people don't let it run the show. They've trained it. When I first started working on my money mindset, I realized my biggest critic wasn't anyone else. It was me. I was feeding myself limiting beliefs all day long, without even noticing. Here's what changed it for me. I started listening to my own thoughts. And when a negative one came up, I paused. I asked, is this helping me move forward or holding me back? If it was holding me back, I replaced it. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, I began asking, how can I afford that? It forced my brain to look for solutions instead of shutting down. That simple switch, catch, pause, replace, became a daily practice. And over time, it rewired how I thought about everything. Today, I still have doubts. But now, I know how to talk myself through them instead of letting them stop me. This habit isn't just about being positive. It's about being powerful. And training your mind to be your biggest asset, not your biggest obstacle. Day 3. Wednesday. Learn from the right people. Now that your inner voice is starting to shift, it's time to focus on who you're listening to on the outside. Midweek is all about exposure. Because here's the truth, you become who you're around. If no one in your circle talks about money, investing, or personal growth, then you're stuck in the same loop. That was me for a long time. I had people in my life who were kind, loyal, supportive, but they didn't think big. They weren't talking about creating wealth or building freedom. So I started adding new voices to my day. I didn't wait to meet them in person. I went to YouTube. I found books. I listened to podcasts while I did laundry or made lunch. Even 10 minutes a day made a difference. I remember one quote from a podcast that hit me so hard, I paused it and just sat there in silence. It said, if you want a different life, you need to start thinking like someone who already has it. That one line shifted me. Over time, those voices, those mentors from afar, started changing how I saw the world. Eventually, I found myself asking better questions, taking smarter risks, and building momentum. Even if you don't have the right people in your life right now, you can still surround yourself with the right energy. Start today. Find one voice that lifts your standards, and let it challenge you to grow. Day 4, Thursday. Act rich, not reckless. This habit is simple, but it's one of the hardest for most people to accept. Wealth is not about looking rich. It's about making smart moves with what you already have. And I'll be honest, I didn't always do that. I used to spend money trying to prove something, to look like I had it together, to keep up with what I saw on social media. New clothes, trendy gadgets, things that gave me a short-term high but left me in the same financial place. One day I asked myself, am I spending to grow, or to escape? That one question changed everything. Now, I spend to improve my life, to invest in tools that help me build, to buy back my time, to learn skills that open doors. Acting rich is not about showing off. It's about thinking long-term. It's making choices your future self will thank you for. So the next time you're about to swipe that card, pause and ask, is this helping me build wealth, or just helping me avoid discomfort? When I started doing that, I spent less on things I didn't need and more on things that helped me grow. And that's when my money finally started working for me. Day 5, Friday. Know your numbers. Let's talk about something that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Your numbers. This one scared me, but facing it was the breakthrough I didn't know I needed. For the longest time, I avoided looking at my bank account. I told myself, I think I'm doing okay, without ever really knowing the truth. But here's the thing. You can't change what you won't look at. So I sat down one Friday, opened my laptop, and started listing everything. My income, my bills, my subscriptions, my random spending. And what I found surprised me. There were things draining my money that I didn't even care about. And there were small wins I hadn't even noticed. Wealthy people check their numbers often. Not because they're obsessed with every penny, but because they want to stay in control. When you know where your money is going, you can start telling it where to go. That one habit gave me peace of mind. I wasn't guessing anymore. I was deciding. You don't need a finance degree. You just need to be honest with yourself. Start small. Track what comes in. Track what goes out. Once you see it clearly, you'll start making better choices, naturally. Day 6, Saturday. Visualize, don't just work. Saturday usually feels like the day to slow down. And you should. Rest is part of growth. But here's a habit that turns your rest day into your power day. Take 10 minutes to visualize where you're going. Not just your to-do list. Visualize the life you're creating. Close your eyes and picture it. Not just the money, but the freedom, the quiet mornings, the family time, the impact you're making. Who are you when you reach your goals? How do you feel? What kind of decisions do you make? I do this every weekend. Sometimes it's during a walk. Sometimes it's while sipping coffee alone. But it always resets my mindset. It reminds me that I'm not just working to work. I'm building something meaningful. And when things feel slow, because they sometimes do, this habit keeps me going. If you can see it clearly, you're already halfway there. Day 7, Sunday. Protect your energy. This might be the most powerful habit of the week. Because wealth isn't just about how much money you make. It's also about how well you protect your time, your focus, and your peace. Before I learned this, I said yes to everything. Every invite. Every favor. Every distraction. I didn't want to disappoint people. But every yes to something that didn't serve me was a no to something that could change my life. So now, I ask myself one simple question: does this align with the life I'm building? If it doesn't, I give myself permission to say no. No guilt. No long explanations. Just clarity. Protecting your energy means making space for what really matters. Your goals. Your family. Your well-being. It means you don't let people, noise, or comparison pull you off track. This one habit saved me from burnout and helped me actually enjoy the journey I'm on. Because wealth is more than income. It's peace of mind. And that starts with protecting your energy like it's priceless, because it is. If these habits resonated with you, subscribe for more mindset and money content every week. Comment below and tell me which of these habits you're starting today. And if you want to go deeper, watch the next video where I share the 3 hidden beliefs that secretly block most people from building wealth. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. But if you shift your mindset a little each day, your life won't look the same a year from now. This week, choose wealth. Not just in your wallet, but in your mind. See you in the next video.